Okay, you guys can take a walk with me. We're gonna check out the square bales that we baled yesterday. Sean still has all that over there beside the combine, the TR70. He still has over there to bale, but we are going to check and feel because this has all the Johnson grass in it. So I'm just gonna stick my hand down in there. They're not hot, they're a little warm and a little wet. And that's what she said. But, well, see, I mean, it looks dry. You know? It always does. But they're not steaming, which is good. They're just a little warm. Oh, that one's pretty nice and toasty. Some of these are really heavy, so I can't personally like super move them, but I can start spacing them out. This is the Johnson grass as it gets taller. I swear, it looks like corn. It smells amazing. Never tried to eat any of it. But yeah. We're going to weed eat all of this section. So we usually weed eat all the way down. But we do have like little patches like right there. And we just take and weed eat those. And since we have some sheep in the building, after we weed eat, we pretty much just feed it right directly to them. So they get food, fresh food right away. They really enjoy it. We do the same thing kind of up there by them because there is a patch right in through there that grows. And so we could mow it with a regular mower, but why do that when you can feed a bunch of sheep? We are going to walk into the shop though, and I'm going to show you what Sean got. This is an oil spill from what Sean got. So the lights are not on, but this is what Sean got. This is what he just purchased. So it's a wood chipper. And the reason why we bought it was because we'll walk back out. I said you guys were going to go on a little walk with me. It was full of oil. Maybe Sean will do a video about that because that would be a really good one. This is our corn. Never have I ever seen so much morning glory. And it started tasseling out really early because we've hardly had any rain. Now, the weeds, it got weeded a couple times by the kids and by Sean. And, yeah, what little bit of rain we have received shot all the weeds up. But, I mean, you can see my hill back there. See how dry my hill is back there. No grass. We are going to inspect though because we have coons who are getting the corn quicker than when we get it. It's like we will see a couple ears and we're like, okay, the corn is just about done. And they beat us to it every single time. I really can't stand raccoons. I really can't. I think they're one of the worst wild animals ever. I have learned that over my years of chickens and hundreds of chickens that we have gone through. It's just, coons are just terrible. Can't stand them. Anyway, so yeah, they are getting into the corn and eating it before we can. I think we have successfully picked 3 ears. But we are also having some bug issues. But all of this was just regular grass anyway, and I'm not really sure what was here. So when Sean disked it, because he did disk it, when Sean disked it, there was a lot of garbage in this little plot. And I mean a lot of garbage. So even still now, we have to watch out. Like after we run the tiller through, we have to watch out because just random glass will pop up. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know if it was used as like a garbage hill or if this is a really old farm. So, I mean, it could have been used as a burn pit at one time, this hill. But if you look, this hill, we did hay here last year. And right there's the electric pole, which there are snakes there. Right there's the electric pole, which there are snakes right in through here. I'm pretty sure they're the brown snakes, the brown like water snakes. I don't think that they are copperheads, but I've only seen the tail end of one. And I do know down by the creek there are the brown water snakes. And they are not gardener snakes. I know what those look like. But all of this, all the way down here, is really, really hard to rake. We tried to cut it last year in hay, and it just didn't do very well. But this entire section right here is like the middle of what was going to be a garden. And none of my plants or starter plants are doing good. So it just got grown up. On the other side was supposed to be pumpkins and cucumbers, but I did not weed those, to be honest. I'm tired. I'm pregnant. I'm tired. Tired a lot. I'm ready for October. So, yeah, this is the garden. Well, what was going to be the garden. Next year, I'll have a baby, and I won't be pregnant and so limited. And I will be able to work in here, and we will get all of this stuff situated and fixed. I do not like morning glory either. I love it. I think it's beautiful little flowers, but it is so invasive, it sucks. So what we're going to do, what we plan on doing is, because the coons are getting in, and what is absolutely crazy is on all of my corn stalks, I have little babies, like little baby corns. You can see them. So I was really hoping, like, well, I mean, maybe we'll get a second try at getting corn. But no, them coons are ripping it up. And if you come down here, this is an accidental spot. If you come down here, we'll go ahead and open this one because this one is kind of gross. I don't know if it was because, I mean, well, you can see bugs in there now. Those aren't the bugs. We've had corn worms, which are typical. I don't care about those, but like, you see how the corn developed? Yeah, that was, oh, look at that cucumber beetle. I don't like those either. Wonder if all of there's a corn worm. Ugh. Cucumber beetles. Oh, look, here's more. Oh, maybe focus. There. Oh, you see them? Right there. Yeah. I will kill those. Oh, this whole plant is like littered with them. I don't like cucumber beetles either. Last year they ravaged my cucumbers and killed all of them. So instead of pickling cucumbers, I did pickled zucchini, which, believe it or not, that actually went really, really well. The kids really liked it. But yeah, so between that and the coons, we're getting a bad crop. But this is our first year planting here. This is our first year trying to grow a garden here. And So hopefully next year it'll go better. Yeah, it will go better. That's what we're going to say. It will go better. But that's what we bought the wood chipper for. So I will try to get footage of the wood chipper and of us putting the corn in and going ahead and, you know, getting some food for the sheep. Okay, so days later, we got the wood chipper set up. We tried to blow it into that bucket over there and it blew everywhere. So this is the handy setup. Sean, you want to explain?
Well, so like it has a hook here and a bucket handle perfectly fits into that. And I thought, oh, that'll be perfect. It'll just blow right down in the bucket. There was the fear that it would just blow right out because essentially this wood chipper, like with the blades and everything in there, acts like a fan. It's a blower. So we tried to put the bucket on there and it blew everything out. It did chop the corn stalks completely the way we expected and what we want, but not in a way we can contain. So Patricia said, well, why don't you put a bag on it? And I said, well, it would have to be like a bagger bag, like for a lawnmower or something like that, because the air has to push through it. We don't have that. So now the idea is create this space. We have some cardboard lined down to where air can just go, but hopefully the corn silage doesn't blow over the sides. And then because we have the cardboard laid down, we'll just be able to scoop it up with a shovel, put it into a garbage can or bags, something like that. Initially, I thought, well, if we get something set up, I'll only grind a couple days worth because that is all that you want. You don't want it to sit around and go bad without actually turning it into silage. But if we do it this way and we're able to put it in our extra garbage cans, because there's garbage cans all over the farm, we would be able to seal those garbage cans, put them in here, and then it cannot have air, but it would actually ferment and make many bundles of silage, you'd say. Because my plan is to not only feed this, but I would like to feed about a bucket a day, maybe 2 buckets a day, in addition to the hay. That being said, that is why I only wanted to do a little bit at a time, but I don't think there is a way that we could do that, which is why we're going the route we are with putting it in the garbage cans and sealing it off, and it'll actually turn into silage that way.
Yeah, so we will show you guys when we start doing it.
Pretty good. I think maybe what we need to do is zip tie another panel to the top of that one maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it looks good, like it's working.
Yeah, it's just flying everywhere.
Yeah, and I even turned the motor down to see if that would help, but then I don't feel like we'll get as much chop as we need.
Right.
So I mean, that was just 2 little pieces we sent through, but I don't know, we'll just keep modifying and going as we go.
All right. Okay, so we got it figured out. So if we take this side, and this is how we have it set up. If we take this side and push this side down, we have a top on it. And then if we stand over here and hold that side,
you stand over there.
It will all blow in. And then there is, I mean, that's what we've just done.
Hush.
Does Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, well, after one row of corn, this is the
Don't
final
touch.
product. Sean, what do you think?
Well, I think it went pretty good. The only thing that stinks is the loose stuff that you can't like shove through like the stick hopper. You have to put into the leaf hopper, and I don't think that it shreds as much. So, and that's what you see, the white stuff on top is, and over here. But it's cool how there's a whole wall, and that's what I was telling the kids before we turned the camera on. That's exactly what it should do, is be dense to where we can keep all the air out of it as we pack it to sile.
All right.
Don't touch.
So this was the end product from yesterday. We're gonna put a bag over it.
Yeah, that's what we did last night. We put a bag over it and set a bucket in it just to keep you got to keep the air out of it. And you can already smell it started to ferment. It smells really sweet and it's not hot. There's one spot maybe like right here I felt like it was a little warm, but nothing crazy at all and detrimental to the process. So we got this pile over here. That's what we did today. We just took out another row. That's one row's worth.
I know, I did.
And we'll shovel that in there. I put one of the kids in there to pack it down, just walk in a circle pretty much. And no, buddy, you can't shovel. You're not tall enough yet. We tried this yesterday. It'll be all right. But yeah, we'll get this finished, filled up, and then the excess, I'll just stick in that bucket and try to seal it up, or just go ahead and feed it. But at least we know about 2 rows will fill us up a big trash can we can save for wintertime.